All right, let's get right into it. We're talking about something that I know hits home for a ton of electrical contractors out there in the UK. That slow, creeping feeling of admin work just completely swallowing your personal time. We're going to dig into the real cost of pushing all that paperwork to the weekend, and trust me, it's about a whole lot more than just losing your Saturday.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your weekend, well, is it even a weekend anymore? Or does it just feel like you're clocking in for a second shift at the office? Spending Saturday morning banging out quotes and Sunday night chasing invoices, all just to keep your head above water.
Look, if that last question hit a little too close to home, the first thing you need to know is you're not alone. This isn't some personal failure on your part. It's a massive challenge across the entire trade. You're out there trying to be a top-notch Sparky on the tools, but you're also expected to be the accountant, the project manager, the sales guy, the whole shebang. It's a classic trap, and man, is it exhausting. Okay, so let's name the beast, shall we? We call it the weekend admin trap. And it's a sneaky one, because on the surface, it feels like you're being productive. I mean, you're getting stuff done, right? But what's really happening is that this cycle is holding your business back in ways you probably haven't even thought about.
You know how it starts? It's always with that little phrase, "Oh, I'll get to that when I get a minute." But let's be honest, in this trade, when does that free minute ever show up during the week? It doesn't. And before you know it, all that quoting, invoicing, and ordering materials, it's just snowballed into this massive mountain of paperwork that's now sitting on your weekend, right when you're supposed to be switching off.
And this is where we get to the real damage. We're going to talk about the hidden costs of all this chaos. Because it's not just about losing your weekend. This stuff is quietly, secretly, draining the absolute lifeblood from your business, and that's your profit. So let's break down exactly how.
Yeah, you heard that right. Every single admin task you put off, it has a direct, real-world financial consequence. This isn't just about being a bit messy with your paperwork. This is about your business actively leaking money, leaking profit through missed opportunities and just friction in your day-to-day operations.
Just take a look at this breakdown. It connects the dots so clearly, doesn't it? You push quoting to the weekend, boom, that hot lead has gone cold. They've already hired a faster competitor. You delay the invoicing, now your cash flow is choking. And what about ordering materials? Those last-minute, frantic runs to the wholesaler? That's not just your time you're wasting. That's a project delay that can seriously damage your reputation with clients.
But you know what? The money? That's only half the story. There's a human cost to all this. And frankly, it's way more dangerous. There's this idea in the trades that working insane hours is some kind of badge of honor. Let me be crystal clear. It's not. It's a huge, flashing red warning sign that you are heading straight for burnout.
So have a look at this list and be honest with yourself. Do any of these ring a bell? That feeling of being constantly tired, even after a full night's sleep. Snapping at your team or your family. That horrible dread when you think about work. Forgetting important stuff. These are not just part of the job. They are massive signals that your current pace just isn't sustainable. Not for you and not for your business.
Okay, so what's the fix? How do we get out of this mess? Well, the answer isn't to work even harder. No way. The solution is a complete shift in how you think. It's about making the leap from being a technician who works in the business to becoming a strategist who works on the business.
And this right here, this shows you the two different paths. On the one hand, you've got the technician. You're constantly reacting, putting out fires, wearing every single hat. And your growth, it's capped by the number of hours you can personally work. But then you've got the business owner. This person plans ahead, builds systems, and creates something that can scale and grow, whether they're on the tools or not. That is the leap we need to make.
Right, that all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? What's the practical first step? Well, the single most powerful tool you can use to start making this shift is something called time blocking. It's dead simple, it's super practical, and honestly, it can totally transform your week.
So what is it? It's simple, really. Instead of having this long, messy to-do list that you never quite get to, you take those tasks and you give them a specific home in your calendar. You treat your admin time with the exact same respect as a client appointment. You literally book a meeting with your quotes. You schedule a slot for your invoicing. Why? Because it guarantees it actually gets done.
And here's a rough idea of what that could actually look like in real life. The big thing to notice here is that admin isn't just squeezed in whenever. It has its own dedicated protected slot. And check out Friday afternoon. It's not for frantically catching up, it's for working on the business, looking at finances, building better systems, planning for next week.
It's this kind of structure that stops those little issues from blowing up into weekend-destroying problems.
Okay, I hope the logic is clicking for you now. But look, knowing this stuff is one thing, doing it is another. The key is to start small. So let's wrap this up with a simple, concrete action plan you can literally start using this week to take back control of your time.
All right, here are your first 3 steps. Number 1, just track your time. For 1 week, write down everything you do. I guarantee you'll be shocked where the hours are actually going. Number 2, batch your admin. Instead of dipping in and out, do all your quotes in one go, do all your invoices in one go. It is so much more efficient. And number 3, and this is the absolute key, protect that time. Treat it like your most important client meeting. Don't cancel it, don't move it. It is non-negotiable.
And that brings us to the big one, our pro tip. If you take away only one thing from this, let it be this. Book yourself regular CEO time. Seriously, even just 1 hour a week makes a world of difference. For that 1 hour, you're not on the tools, you're not a Sparky, you are the CEO of your company. You step back, you look at the big picture, you plan for growth. This single hour is where you build the future of your business. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. Just for a second, forget all the daily chaos and just imagine if you had just one protected, focused hour every single week to work on your business instead of just scrambling in it, what could you actually build?